Hello students. So today I am going to explain you the chapter number 3, separation of substances. So students, in this chapter we will discuss about mixtures and how to separate a solid from solid and how to separate a soluble solids from liquid and insoluble solids from the liquid. Now let's start the chapter. So the first topic is mixture. Now beta, what is mixture? So when two or more substances are mixed together in such a way they can be easily separated from each other, then it will form a mixture. Now mixture can be of solids, liquids or gases. And students, the important thing is that the substance that make up a mixture are known as components. Now students, in some mixture you can easily see the individual components. For example, a mixture of rice and stones. But in some mixtures, individual components cannot be seen clearly. For example, the mixture of salt and water, sugar and water. Students, in some mixtures, we need to separate the substances from the mixture. So the reason behind separating them is to remove the unwanted substances. Like while cooking the pulses or rice, the pulses or rice may contain some small stones and insects. So these are the unwanted substance and we have to separate them from the pulses and rices. Now the next one is to obtain useful components. Now students, like in petrol, cooking gas, wax and other useful things, the extra things like crude oil will present in these substances. Now we have to separate them so that we can obtain the useful components. Now the next one is to obtain highly pure substances. Now students, few of the metals like gold and silver present in our atmosphere with some impurities. So we have to separate that impurities so that we can obtain the pure substance. Now we are going to discuss about separation of solids from solids. The methods are hand picking, sieving, threshing and winnowing. So the first one is hand picking. So students, you all have seen this method at your home when your mother separate the waste material like stones and small insects from the pulses or the rice. So its definition is the method of removing unwanted substances from a mixture by using hands is called hand picking. Now students, rice, wheat and pulses etc. that we buy from the market may contains many impurities in the form of small stone, unwanted grains and etc. So often these impurities look very different from the food item and can be spotted easily. Now the method is preferred when the quantity of the mixture is small and the unwanted substance is present in the smaller quantities, and the shape, size or color of the unwanted substance is different from the useful one. Now the next method of separating solid from solid is sieving. So students, sieving is the method of separating the components of different size in a mixture using a sieve is called sieving. Now the students, the smaller components that was present in a mixture will passes through the pores of the sieve, whereas the larger component is left behind in it. This method is used in some homes to separate wheat bran from the flour. Also, the process of sieving is used to separate pebbles and stones from the sand at construction sites. The stones and pebbles present in a mixture remain in the sieve and the fine sand particle passes through the whole of the sieve. Now students, the next method of separating a solid from solid is threshing. So the process of separating the grain from the stalks is called threshing. Now students, manually or hand threshing is done by holding a pile of crop and beating it on a rock or a hard surface. Now this loosen and separate the grain from the stalk. Students, kettles are made to walk over the stalk in order to separate the grain from the stalk. Now students, threshing is also done with the help of machines such as combine harvesters. A combine harvester reaps, threshes, and also clean the crops in one operation. Now, student, the next method is winnowing. So, the process of separating a mixture of light and heavy particles using wind is called winnowing. Student, chaff is the seed covering and small pieces of stems or leaves. Now the mixture of chaff and grain is taken in a winnowing basket. Now the farmer stands and let the mixture fall to the ground. Now student, the grain being heavier falls almost vertically, whereas the lighter chaff is carried away by the wind and forms a separate heap away from the grain. Now the students, the direction of the winds plays an important role in the process of winnowing. Now students, the next we are going to discuss about is the separation of insoluble solids from liquids. Now the students, the substances that do not dissolve in a liquid is called insoluble. Like sand and chalk are insoluble in water. Now students, the insoluble substances that are heavier than the liquid are separated by the sedimentation and decantation or by the filtration process. Also, the substances that float on the surface can also be separated by the filtration. Now the first we are going to discuss about is sedimentation and decantation. Now students, the process in which the heavier insoluble solid settles down in a mixture is called sedimentation, and the matter that was settled down is called the sediment. Now after that, the process of pouring out the liquid without disturbing the sediment is called decantation. For example, a mixture of sand and water can be separated by sedimentation and decantation. Now students, the mixture is left undisturbed for some time. Now sand being heavier settled down and water is poured out into a separate container. Now students, the next method is filtration. So the process by which two substances in which one is insoluble solid and other is a liquid can be separated by passing the mixture through a filtering device, which may be a filter paper, strainer, muslin cloth, etc., is called filtration. Now students, filtration is commonly used in our homes also. For example, after preparing tea, we filter out the tea leaf using strainer. During filtration, the insoluble solid is retained in a filtering device, whereas the liquid passes through it. So students, it is important that a particle of an insoluble solid are bigger than the holes in the filtering device for them to be restrained in the device. Students, filtering paper is a device that has very fine pores in it. Now students, the next separation is of soluble solids from liquids. Now students, the substances that dissolve in a liquid are called soluble. For example, a sugar is soluble in water. Salt is also soluble in water. Now students, what is solution? So a solution is formed when a substance, which may be solid, liquid or gas, has mixed completely with a liquid is called solution. Now students, the substance that was dissolved in a liquid is called solute, and the liquid in which the solute is dissolved is called solvent. For example, in the solution of salt and water, salt is a solute and water is a solvent, just because salt is dissolved in water. Now students, the ability of a solute to dissolve in a liquid and form a solution is called solubility. And normally the solubility of solids can be increased with increasing in temperature. Like if you increase the temperature of the water, then sugar or salt will dissolve in the water very quickly. Students, a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a particular temperature, then that solution was known as saturated solution. Like if you dissolve sugar in the water, then after a particular amount and providing a particular temperature, the sugar will not dissolve in water. Now that point was known as saturated point, and that solution was known as saturated solution. Now students, how can we separate these soluble substances? So for separating these soluble substances, we use evaporation or condensation method. So what is evaporation? So students, it is a very easy and very commonly seen process. So it is a process in which liquid changes into its gaseous form at a room temperature, and it is called evaporation. For example, a mixture of common salt and water can be separated by evaporation. In fact, students, evaporating seawater is one of the oldest way of obtaining the salt. And the next method is condensation. So students, the process in which a gas changes into a liquid is called condensation. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. In nature, water vapor in the air condenses to form its liquid form, the dew. Condensation takes place only when water vapor hits a cold surface. Now students, here is giving a summing up of the chapter. Now we will quickly go through with this. Now mixtures, how we will separate the substances. So the first one is when the substances are solids and solids, like a mixture of solid and solid. So the first one is hand picking. So it is the easiest method that was performed in our home in a regular basis. After that, sieving. It is a method that is used to separate the components of different sizes in a mixture using a sieve. After that, it is threshing. So it is a process of separating the grains from the stalk, which is the dried stem, which comes during the harvesting. And the next is winnowing. So it is a process of separating a light mixture and a heavy particle by using the winds. It is commonly practiced in the village areas. Now students, the separation of insoluble solids from the liquids. So the first process is sedimentation and decantation. Now students, what is sedimentation? So the process in which the heavier insoluble solids settles down in a solution, and that solid was known as sediment. And after this, decantation process can go, like the process of pouring out the liquid without disturbing the sediment. Now the next method is filtration. So filtration is a process by which two substances are separated by passing the solution through filtering device like filter paper, strainer. Now students, the next separation is of soluble solids from liquids, which forms the solution. Now the first method to separate them is evaporation. So students, it is a process in which the liquid changes into a gaseous form. And the second one is condensation, in which a gas changes into its liquid form. Students, this is it in this chapter. I hope you get the chapter. Thank you.